Hey there everybody, I have a video for you this week that I hope will help you boycott what you thought and, as usual, ultimately, hopefully lead you to the life that you really want for yourself. So, my apologies, by the way, for taking so long to get a video out to you guys. I have been speaking at corporate conferences across North America and being a full-time dad and everything else that was going along with life. So I've been crazy busy, but I'm back. Okay, so speaking about being a dad, that is what I want to speak about this week as a way of leading into the subject that I want to leave off with you. So, my daughter is now in junior kindergarten, all right? So pretty cool. She's like 40 years old. She finally got there. And so I was taking her to JK the other day, and as I was taking her there, I started having a conversation with another mom to one of the children who was in her class. And somewhere along the lines, I think I said to her, so these guys are in the same class together? And she goes, well, they were, but I actually removed my son out of that class. And I said, oh, well, why? Because I was concerned maybe I need to do the same thing for my daughter. Is something wrong? And she said, well, no. She said, not a big deal. But what happened is that one of the teachers in the class said something about my son's reading, and it made him feel really sad and offended. And so the next day, he didn't want to go to school. And then we thought, oh, you know what? Why don't we just nip this in the bud, she said. Why don't we, just try to, we don't want to have any, childhood trauma with our son. We don't want him to not ever want to go back to school. So we just decided, let's just nip this in the bud now and let's just put him into another class. And I heard her and I listened to her, and for me personally, and you don't have to agree with me, but I thought this was ridiculous. Because I thought to myself, well, okay, so the teacher said something to him about his reading. It made him feel maybe insecure about his reading. Okay, so what happens if he goes to this new JK class and the new teacher says something that makes him feel offended? Well, what will you do then? Will you then move him to another JK class? And if that teacher then does the same, will you just move him to a whole new other school? And if, let's say, somebody at that school offends him, will you just move him to another school and then eventually to a whole new city and to a whole new country? I mean, where does it stop where you stop protecting your child from being offended or from having to experience any kind of pain in life? I mean, that is just the morsel of pain that any child will experience going through school. You know what I'm talking about. We've all been made fun of for many things when we went through school. And it made me think that this is not just parents trying to hover over their children and make sure that they never experience pain. This is people across the board. I can't believe how often I see this, how often I see people literally being made of what I think is paper mache. Everything offends them. Everything hurts their feelings. They get a new job and maybe the boss doesn't give them a great performance review every 6 days, and maybe the other employees that they work with aren't continuously, blowing sunshine up that person's ass, or maybe they lost the sale that week and they get so offended that they want to leave the job. They go home and they cry. I mean, what is this? I mean, this is something that people have been experiencing for years. Why is it that people are getting so beaten up now compared to the way that it was maybe 10, 20, 50, 100 years ago? Why are we so soft now? I see this in relationships as well. Someone's in a relationship with somebody else. The other person, because they're intimate with each other, once in a while tells them things about themselves that maybe no one else has the courage to tell them. And it offends that person. They start feeling really angry and frustrated that some of their ugly parts have been shown. And what do they want to do usually in those situations? They want to leave the relationship. I don't like having to look at myself. I don't want to look in the mirror and see who I truly am. As my friend Annie Lala, a great love coach in New York City, has said, she goes, relationships are the best place to truly learn about who you truly are. And that's the reason why everyone wants to leave them. What a great point. And this is not just in relationships, this is with friendships too. I see this now where somebody doesn't like your posts on Facebook very often. They don't comment on your posts, or maybe they just didn't come out to your birthday the last time you had a birthday party. And that's it. You unfriend them on Facebook, or you just don't call them anymore. People somewhere along the lines have been taught to believe that life is perfect, that we're in fact entitled to perfection. I saw this in Toronto. For those of you who don't live in the city, we have streetcars. It was amazing. I laughed so hard when I read in the paper one time where some people who had moved into condos downtown Toronto were really upset by the sound of the streetcar going by. Well, what the hell did they think was going to happen when they moved downtown Toronto? Did they not know we had streetcars and they sometimes make sounds when they move down the street? Everybody wants everything to be perfect now, and they don't realize that in their quest to make this happen, they're doing themselves a huge disservice. And the disservice is to get better. to improve, to show people that you've got what it takes, to prove other people wrong. That little boy missed an opportunity because of his mother, and I'm not here to make fun of her, but if I spoke to her, I would, if she was a friend of mine, I would tell her this. I would say, your son should have been taught to go back to school and to say, I'm going to prove to my teacher that I'm going to become a great reader, as opposed to being taught another lesson, which is anytime someone says something you don't like, just run away from it. That's not life. No one can ever run away from these things. This is what we see now with the cancel culture. Have you noticed this? Anytime anyone in the world of entertainment says something that offends anybody, we have collectively agreed that it's okay to cancel their shows, or to not give them a chance in Hollywood anymore, or to blacklist them from the entire entertainment industry. My goodness, are we now saying that as a culture we're not allowed to make mistakes? We're not allowed to have things in the past that we've done that we are a little bit embarrassed about? Does that not then negate the reality of life, that as people we do improve? I'm not the person I was in my 20s. I'm now 46 years old. I've changed, but are you going to hold me to the person I was when I was 20 years old? I mean, we got to really realize that life is about change, life is about improvement, and we can't run away from every single thing within life that we just don't like. Because when we do, like I said, we miss the chance to become awesome. I've seen this everywhere I go now, and I really want you to think about it. You've probably been offended either in your relationship or with your friendships or with your job, or maybe by your neighbor because they didn't comment on the beautiful flowers that you grew. I don't know what it is, but you got to ask yourself, are you falling prey to this thing that many people are falling prey to, and that is this belief that you shouldn't be hurt? In fact, when did it become anybody's human right to not be offended? When did it become a human right to not have to hear things that we don't like? It's a human right to have access to food, to water, to shelter, to love, and to affordable housing, and all these things that I think that we agree with. But it's not a right to go through every single day and have it be perfect. And so when people do offend us, or if people do say things that we don't like, well then, use it as a chance to get better. I mean, if I deliver a joke on stage at one of my corporate events and nobody laughs, am I going to make it their fault, or am I going to take responsibility and use this as an opportunity to become better? To me, it's an opportunity to make that joke smarter, to make it faster, to make it have better timing, or to do something with my body language to make it stick just a little bit more. That to me is an opportunity for me to expand myself and to grow. Life is short. And you have a chance to grow every time you get hurt or every time you get offended. As long as somebody is not inciting violence, a little bit of hurt can go a long way. So my message to you is this. Just ask yourself, are you one of those individuals that is running away from pain or running towards it? Because if you run towards it, you'll find that, obviously, as they always say, a little pain, a little bit of gain. And that's not the saying, but it's no pain, no gain. There's a saying there, and now there's a new one. Anyways, folks, lots of love to you. Get serious about this, though. Really think about it. You got to suck it up sometimes. Life ain't perfect. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching that video, my friend. I would love to have these videos land right in your inbox. If you want to get that, just sign up right here. If you do, you're going to get a free gift, exclusive content, and you'll be the first to learn about amazing things that we have coming up.